Shout out to the patient subscribers who've been waiting for this update on Swipe to be published. It's been a long time coming. I'm well aware that the price has been going up as of recently. You know, in regards to our free trade setup, we're well into profits. To be honest with you, I haven't even taken a look at the chart. Once I go back in on the computer here and take a look at the chart, it'll be my first time taking a look at it since the last update we did on the channel. Now, a few things I want to go over before we get to the charts. Number one, an important piece of news. Number two, what I feel is important in regards to the partnership with Binance. And, you know, number three, the outlook on Swipe, right? Like, how would it perform? How do I believe it will perform going into the bear cycle? And, you know, will it be worth holding into the bear cycle? All right, so let's get started with this recent piece of news that I'm going to put up on the screen for you guys. And it goes here. It was on Twitter. Swipe made an announcement. The Swipe testnet goes live this weekend ahead of its mainnet launch on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, powered by SXP, which is, you know, again, what does that tell us? They are working to improve the blockchain, make sure they're providing a robust blockchain to back that product, which is the Swipe card. All right. Now, the Binance partnership was important for Swipe, in my opinion, because it gave them the assurance and the groundwork for them to be able to confidently launch that card. And, you know, it was a great opportunity for Binance as well. It was a partnership made in heaven, I guess you could say. But sometimes to get where you want to go, you have to partner with people, right? But I think it is very, very good that they did do that. Because as you can see, some coins, some of the coins that were in a similar position in Swipe, not necessarily offering a product, but just coming into the market of cryptocurrency or the asset class of cryptocurrency, doing something a little bit different, and they're struggling to get their ground. And the people who already have the crowd, and you guys can work together to market to that crowd and really get you out there to get your coin on the map. I think you should do that. That's what Swipe did. It was important for them. As far as how the testnet and that partnership bodes for them in the long run, listen, this is good news for the next maybe 5-6 months to a year, right? Going into the bear cycle, they're gonna have to continue to make progress. I am not using their current product, which is the Swipe card. So I don't know how good of a card it is. I've had people complain in the comment section on this channel about locking up Swipe, how they wish they wouldn't have locked it up and things like that. You know, they have the staking, the governance staking and things like that. So they have things that's going to give it some staying power. But is it going to be enough to really propel it and keep it, you know, keep it relevant through the bear cycle? I think that they need to continue to build on the debit card that they have out and come out with new products. As far as whether I'm going to reinvest in them through the bear cycle, listen, I already told you what my criteria is for investing in coins, and none of it falls in line with holding for the long term. If you want to hold Swipe for the long term, not financial advice. No, it's not. We don't give financial advice on this channel. As far as whether you want to hold long term or not, if you were in Swipe early, like you was buying Swipe between like 8 and maybe 50 cents, yeah, you know, you probably, it wouldn't hurt you to have Swipe through the bear cycle. It probably wouldn't hurt you. But we know in the bear cycle, all coins like to give back 80 to 100% of the money that they produce during the bear cycle. But without further ado, let's go take a look at this chart, because look, ALGO, Swipe, and Ontology, which is our third free trade setup, is in profits. Let's go, people. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Another thing too, somebody asked me about Uniswap. Somebody was asking me about Sushi. Look at what those are doing. All right, I gave you the perfect setup opportunities on both those coins. I even gave you the setup on your finance. And I have a video coming down the line about a secret trade setup that I was going to give you guys before ONT, but you know, you guys came through on the likes. I went with ONT. ONT was something that was up on the, you know, up to go up in price right away. But nonetheless, let's get to the swipe chart. Let's get this going. Okay. All right, here we go. We have here the weekly for swipe. And yes, I know. This chart does not have all of the data as a BTC chart or a USDT pair chart on another exchange. Nonetheless, this chart is still and has been extremely accurate. Okay, as you can see, this rounded bottom played out to a T. All right, look at this upper trend line that I drew from the candle body. It almost got rejected exactly at that point. Now, I laid out a few scenarios saying that it would get rejected there, right? Or it would go straight past. Oh, I didn't. I didn't? Okay, let's go and let's go down and take a look at these lines I drew down on the daily. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, down on the daily, and you can see I'm going to draw a circle around this. Actually, let me put a circle around this for y'all on this here screenshot. Here you go. You guys can actually go back and run a tape. Go look at that most recent swipe update. It pretty much went with the first scenario where I said it would come and get rejected at the candle body on the weekly and then come down, you know, form something bullish, cup handle, flag, whatever, and continue higher. You know, of course, if the market permits, of course, that goes without saying. But that is what we got pretty much, ladies and gentlemen. You got rejected at the candle body on the weekly. Now we're looking for a flag or a bullish pattern to form for a continued move higher. So what I'm going to do now, I'm pretty much going to go down into the lower time frames and draw some lines. Yes, I'm going to draw some lines for support. And then after I draw some lines from support, I'm going to come back. Actually, you know what? Let me see. Is this a support line right here? Let me see something from straight across. Nope. Actually, it might be. Give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. I pulled this support line from the left side of the chart all the way to the right. I might change. You can see the price of it as well on the blue box to the right. You know, $2.96. But as I go down here to the 12-hour, let's switch to the 12-hour. I might take that out and readjust it, because what we're trying to do now is basically find support for a bullish pattern, or find a range for a bullish pattern to develop for us to continue higher on swipe. All right, down here on the 12-hour, yeah, this line seems to be pretty legit. You got two green wick rejections to the left. Hold on, let me get rid of some of this clutter from the previous update. All right, there we go. That's much better. Okay, if you look in, let me readjust this circle. If you look into this zoomed area right here, you can see that you have, let me put the screenshot for you guys. You can see that you have two green wick touches to the left going in the upward direction, and two green touches to the right going in the downward direction on this, on this line, this green line that I've drawn. So that gives it some validity. So actually, you know what? I think we're going to keep it. Yeah, let's keep it and let's see what we can get from it. Now, the second line of support that I'm going to draw is going to be actually under that, in line with the red wick that you see inside of this same circle. That's going to be my second support that I'm going to draw. And that's going to be a preliminary entry if you want to get into swipe for a continued move higher. All right, that would be a preliminary entry if it comes down close to that $2.60, as you can see to the right in the blue box, $2.62. If it gets close to that, $2.70, $2.75, I wouldn't personally test it, but you can if you wish. But nonetheless, you want to make sure that Bitcoin isn't going to entirely pull the market down again before you push for that entry. So I guess that would be a entry case. All right. So a bearish case would be that let's go down to the 8 hours so I can see a little bit more what's going on with these candles. I mean, you've got pretty good bearish momentum that's built up on the MACD. I wouldn't be surprised if you got either a triangle or a falling wedge in this area for a continued move higher. Actually, let me kind of draw that now. Okay, here you go. This is the first instance that I'm looking for swipe. You guys might want to wait for a pattern to develop. Wait for something to develop in this area before you consider entry and swipe for a move higher. Okay, now let me draw a second scenario. All right, boom, here we go. Second scenario, falling wedge. So those are the two things that I'm looking for as far as, you know, I spoke about foresight. And when it comes to looking for opportunities in the market, understanding technical analysis, understanding market cycles, it becomes a skill after that. You have to have a little bit of foresight. And you have to be able to go with the flow to see if that foresight comes into fruition that gives you an edge in the market. So this is why I'm considering these different scenarios ahead of time instead of just waiting for something to develop, because I want to be ahead of the curves in regards to playing these markets. But nonetheless, the last thing I want to do is actually let's figure out how much profits we're in from our accumulation line. All right, here we go. Next screenshot, you can see to the right in the blue box, $1.07 is our accumulation line. So what I'm going to do now is I'm basically going to, you know, let me put up this next screenshot to see where we stand in this swipe setup. Boom, there you go. 186% gains, all right, for the current, according to the current price of swipe. You know, up as high as at about 200 and, you know, at the peak before it was rejected at the candle body, it was up as high as 256% gains, but nonetheless still decent. You know, I don't know if you guys took profit or not, but regardless, this has overall been a successful trade. Let me get my final thoughts. Now, the one thing I'm not going to do is tell you guys when to take profit. I'm not going to do that. You make that decision for yourself. And during the updates, up until it gets into price discovery, you know, you can keep checking the updates, price pullbacks, if you want to get back into that particular asset for a continued move higher. But I'm definitely not going to tell you guys when to take profits. Nonetheless, in the end, the trade was successful. The entry, the zone, the timeline for you to get a lot of money into market or a good amount of money into the market that suits you for a move higher. Actually, you know, let's just talk about upcoming videos now. So we got ONT, got to do the ONT update. You know, after immediately breaking out for me giving you guys that setup, have to do the update. And you know what? I'll take a look at as far as where I am. As far as profits on there as well. I'll give you guys an update on that. Algorand, got to do an update on Algorand. Do a quick link update, even though it is in price discovery. I told you guys before, if you wanted to get in at $12, you can ride it to $40. You're almost at $40. But nonetheless, we'll take a peek at the chart anyway and see what's going on with that. And then, of course, I still have to do the video in regards to the YouTuber who is now pretty much seemingly leaning toward being all in on Bitcoin and Ethereum, i.e. cryptocurrency. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'm Shy. This is the Dollar Tree. I randomly give out like little hints to things on our Instagram, updates and things like that. You know, I don't, you know, flood you guys' feed just posting things. So make sure you follow us on Instagram at the.dollar.tree. Questions, comments, concerns, let us know in the comment section below. Also, throw me some coins out in the comment section. I need to know, you know, what coins are you guys looking at? What coins are you guys looking into? You know, give me some requests in the comments for some charts to look at, and let's see what we can come up with for another trade setup and entry. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.